Hello, greetings. This is Gilles. I wanted to wish you a wonderful day, for we are passing through this new moon in Cancer, which is very intense, and we have this solstice, we have this eclipse, and the energy, the flow is continuing to move forward, and there is a completely new energy. As we look into the world, we see that everything has changed. There is no more there is a new light, a new world that is already there. What we seek in essence is to seek to share the light and to hold the truth. For that is honoring our divinity. For I am a Platonician, and as a Platonician, I will rebound on what I was talking about the soul. For the soul has those two parts. We have a dark part of our soul, which is the ego, which was given to give us a sense of identity down here, which is the dark part of ourself. And the soul has also a light part of itself, which is God, which is the light. And so we want to cultivate this light, for the soul is divine. It is neither positive or negative. It is neither spiritual nor material. It is a spark of divine light that is that we need to cultivate, and our soul was created eternal and infinite, and so it was spread out in many forms, in 12 different aspects, which is our higher self, and we need to reintegrate those 12 different aspects, 12 different lights of rays of light, for we can envision the seven rays that comes out of our chakras. We can utilize to make it one at a time, or we can see it as a rainbow light. And slowly but surely, because those 12 aspects of our higher selves has been fragmented into hundreds of different forms of incarnation, and now we need to reintegrate all of that. It's not always easy, but the universe is assisting in this process. In the essence, we need to as we continue to grow and evolve, and this world is changing with us. For as we change, the world has no choice but to change, for the world is only a perception of what we are, who we are, and what we believe through our desires and beliefs. We come to realize we need to respect and love and respect every culture. For every culture, everybody has been incarnating into a specific culture to learn certain lessons, to integrate certain aspects, but it is not who we are. We are belonging to all culture, and so every culture has very powerful energies to give into the world. So it's about love and respect, to respect and so that we can find this balance point. For everything is cause and effect, and all the suffering that we live in the world is not coming from God. It is not a punishment from God. It is self-created. Because we were ignorant, we created through fear, and then now we have to balance it out. But as we know ourselves, we remember that we are light, we are love, we are eternal beings of light and love. Then we move beyond cause and effect, and we move into this flow of divine light, for we are love, mercy, and ministry. For right now, there is a great purification, an epuration. It is grandiose. It is on a collective level, whether it's personal or collective. But we need to face this cause and effect, and to allow this process to happen, to turn. It is very important for us to find that freedom, for we need to create heaven on earth right now for ourselves, and then we'll be able to assist every other people to create that for themselves, is to turn into positive entertainment, to positive passion, to positive activity, to let go of all conspiracy theories, all those demonic, all those illusions. We don't need to fight against the illusion, because otherwise we'll never be free. So it's very important to turn towards your own empowerment, and to let go of all the darkness that can still be expurged, that is in the process of being expurged. And for that, you need to forgive yourself and forgive others in order to be fully integrated within this love and light. As long as there is blame and shame and looking at the darkness and the illusions, that's all we'll be able to see. We'll remain dominant, and that is the point of this darkness, is to be. But we have to let it go. It will dissolve naturally. There is only one God, one truth, and one point of freedom, no matter how our approach is to that reality. For the 3D world is like an old movie that we've seen before, and it's like we're still looking at the old reality, but the collective hologram of the third dimension is been deprived of substance. It is no longer providing us what we seek, and so even the plants and the animal have withdrawn a lot of their consciousness and already moved into the the fifth dimension. It is humanity. We have to wait, to be patient, so that we can move with them in this fifth dimension. But at some point, our spirit and soul will deliver and move our consciousness to this new world for the old 3D illusions. The hologram no longer holds what we seek, what we need. So it's about stopping to listen to the government and the media, for they're promoting stress, and they're promoting servitude. And so it is about letting go. They've been doing that for a long time in order to maintain their power. So we need to turn towards our inner light, and the past is gone. It's no longer, we have to move forward. It is into the light. It is a radical change. It is very difficult. So it's happening slowly. We have to utilize time as a healing process until we'll move into this non-time fifth dimension, and then sixth dimension will integrate our immortality, and then we'll move into the mastery realm of the seventh dimension, the apex of consciousness. For this mask and distanciation is part of the propaganda fear program, and we need to create this peace and harmony inside of us now. We do not need to wait for the media to be free, for the galactics to come, for the monetary system to transform. We have to create this abundance and freedom and prosperity right now, for it is our divine right. It is our divine heritage. It is an innate right that we have, and so, but we have to free ourselves from all kinds of limitation. And in order to participate to the collective ascension, for it will happen, but we cannot force that. We can only free ourselves and create that for ourselves, and for that we need to continue to work in meditation. For when we came down here, we forgot the inner world of light and the inner divinity, and we get so involved in the world of senses. But as Descartes used to say, senses can be lying to us. We cannot rely on our senses. We need to rely on our intuition and our guidance. For the medias will be forced to change. There's going to be some major events that are going to be happening. It's like, and if they do not report it, they will be completely lost in their credibility. It's like if all of a sudden there would be a blue sun in the sky and the media don't talk about it, ignore it. They won't be able to ignore the changes. So continue to focus on this love and light within, and trust that the whole path and plan will be the plan will fulfill itself. For you, a lot of humans, the human society is not behaving very humanly. For there is this great deed of awakening, compassion, and understanding. For the mainstream of humanity is awakening to more human sensation, to have the dignity of the human society, which is brilliant. It's based on love, respect, creativity. And let go of this animal nature of like wanting to devour each other for greed and power and pleasure and all those things. And all the memories will be restored, for we have and the memory of our being, divine being of light. This has been blocked by the dark souls that have been controlling these planets, but this time is over. The Kali Yuga is over. We're moving into the age of light. So the natural restoration of your divine rights it will be granted as we come and claim our powers. And so I'm going to pull a few cards. The highest wisdom for us today is the trees. It's to grow, to be connected to the trees. The trees are higher beings of light. They are universal consciousness. They are stoic. They are zen. They are recorders. They provide us all that we need in terms of. We're going to have to respect the fact that the trees are real beings, and we'll stop abusing them as well. But in a sense, they are one collective, and one collective. It's a kingdom of consciousness. They're very anchored in the earth. They receive the nourishment from the earth, and they expand towards the sky. And that is really what we need to do. What we need to understand is health. What can we do to improve our health? To exercise more, to be more active in our physical body, and to align, to clean up a little bit our lifestyle, modes of life. For there is many ways to celebrate without the old ways of alcohol and so on. To be clear-minded is possible, as much as possible. What we need to do is a community life. For we came here to participate in the evolution of the global community. And so we all have, we are when a society functions, every part of community, everybody is complementary to each other to make society function. And so right now there's a lot of people that are left out, and there's some people that are controlling they do not want everybody to work to be complementary because they're afraid of losing their power, but they will not have a choice. Everything is we're gonna move back into this republic and in a democratic republic rather than. For right now, there's a lot of still draconian tyrannies that are being enforced, but everything is being exposed. So we want to let go of that and already move in and vision this community. How would you want to work within? What is your ideal sense of community? How do you, and it will we're really shifting generation. We are like. A generation that links the old world to the new world, and the outcome is the freedom from imprisonment and slavery. We've been enslaved and imprisoned for it is all a mental process. We've been enslaved and for many generations, for many incarnations, and so it is not easy to accept freedom. It is about finding the responsibility also, and the outcome will be as we let go of the cage, as we come out of the cage, is finances. Finances will flow to the compassionate for there is prosperity package that are waiting for to free the world of all this entrapment. For the money is just an energy, a mean of exchange that is quite useful, but it's been manipulated to create impoverishment and slavery, and so we need to free that as well, to free ourselves from lack and move back into the state of abundance. And so this is about the message I wanted to talk about. I hope this will resonate with you. You can work on this cultivation of your freedom. For it is the true wisdom happening step by step, day after day. We cultivate this light and wisdom through time in order to find this point of freedom outside of time. And no matter how the difficulty may be, it's about finding those points of joy in between the time where we have to face whatever situation. So we're passing through this. Most of the emotional body of humanity is on the lower aspect of the astral plane, which is like negative and dark. So we want to be able to elevate ourselves to the more positive emotions. This realm of illusion, the fourth dimension, is the realm of illusion, the realm of dreams. But then we can achieve nirvana, freedom, liberation in this lifetime. It is really what the soul has planned as a collective for humanity. Behind me is the painting. This is part of the New Earth series, a new series of paintings have been created, and I'm still working on this new series of paintings. It is Mars of Gaia, and there is the Sol, Neptune, Isis, Ceres, Vesta, Uranus, Luna, Victoria, Sedna, Eros, Jupiter, Pluto, Metis, Chiron, Mars, Juno, Saturn, Pallas Athena, Venus, Hebe, and Mercury. It's quite a fun painting. I like it, and this is a tribute to a Spanish painter, but it's a bit a cosmic take on this painting, a very famous painting in the Prado that's called Les Ménines. It's a portrait, it's view from the vision of the king and queen of Spain that is watching all the courts behind, and Velázquez here that's painting the painting. It says 1111 001 001 0010 So it's a study. I kind of like it. It's kind of a fun painting. I sing this song. It went through my mind, and I was gonna wait to stop singing until I can get some music with me. But Spirit says to put this song in my head, so I thought I sing it anyway. It's an old song from the 1980s, pop song. It goes like this. Every breath you take, every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you. Every single day, every word you say, every game you play, every night you stay, I'll be watching you. Oh, can't you see you belong to me? My poor heart aches with every step you take, every move you make, every vow you break, every smile you fake, every claim you stake, I'll be watching you. Since you've been gone, I've been lost without a trace. I dream at night, I can only see your face. I look around, but it's your face I can't replace. I feel so cold and I long for your embrace. And I keep crying, baby, baby, please. Oh, can't you see? You belong to me. My poor heart aches with every step you take, every move you make, every vow you break, every smile you fake, every claim you stake. I'll be watching you. Song from the Police, I think, of Sting. Maybe after they closed up the band, from the Police. I'm gonna pull one more card. I hope you enjoyed this new time. There's a new energy, a new life, a new earth, and a new. Everything is new. So we just need to align and let go of the past. The key is to let go of the past, to allow ourselves to avail ourselves to embrace the new energies, and it is about the divine conduct. And it is guided, supervised. We are guided by the great archangel Sandalphon. Here is wearing a purple robe. He's very the master of wisdom, and he says, "Look for a meaning in your life. Envision a different approach. Surround yourself with friends or masters that are proven to be very wise." So it's about seeking wisdom, seeking to be well surrounded, to call on the spirit, to invite into our life new friends, new energies, new teachers, new masters, new everybody's complementary in this process. So we have all kinds of invisible resources as well we can invoke and call on. Well, I hope you're having a wonderful day, a wonderful week during this passage, and continue to allow these new energies to unfold within yourself, and do not let yourself be distracted by all the illusions of the outside world. I thank you very much. Namaste.